I'm Chris Farrell from the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast, a wacky weekend morning show, part of the Gonna Geek Network, just like the show you're checking out right now. Shows on the network are individually owned, and the opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other awesome geeky shows over at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
Talk hard and enjoy the mindgasm. The IntelleXual podcast starts now.
Welcome to the IntelleXual Podcast Quarantined Edition. I'm your host, David S. Dawson.
And I'm Whitney Wegman Wood. And Congress voted on Friday on the CARES Act. Earlier this week, we were able to get an interview with one of the key architects of that bill from the Senate. Here's that interview now.
On the phone, we have the Honorable Senator from Kentucky, Mitch McConnell. Welcome, Senator McConnell.
Thank you, Mr. Dawson.
You're welcome. Senator, what can you tell us about this new stimulus package?
Well, after much deliberation, my colleagues in the Senate and the Democrats have come up with a much-needed bill to stimulate the economy.
That's fantastic news, Senator. Whitney Wegman Wood here. Can you tell our audience a little more about it?
Well, sure. It's the biggest stimulus package ever created, and we called it corporations only viable through influx of dough.
That's COVID, isn't it, Senator?
Sure, for brevity, you could call it that.
Don't you find that a little insensitive? Maybe you could call it something else, something that shows our government cares?
That's actually... hey, you lackey, come over here. Find out how this cares.
Senator, what are the specifics of the bill? I know that Republicans tend to put forth legislation that benefits the wealthy.
What's your point?
We're wondering if this bill isn't just a handout to the big businesses in America.
Well, we believe that best way to serve the American people is to protect the business's best interest. So, naturally, we're going to bail them out, just like that Obama did in the aughts.
Did you just say aughts?
Yep.
Hell, never mind. Senator, without a provision for these businesses to pay this relief money back, what you are saying is that what you want is a trickle-down economics bill, am I right?
Why would they need to pay it back?
Because after they recover, they should be able to. I mean, we are talking about corporations here.
Businesses that make millions every year, every quarter. Why put so much focus on these big businesses? Why don't you give that money to the people?
Well, that's exactly what we're doing, Mrs. Wegman Wood.
What? How do you figure?
Corporations are people, according to the Supreme Court.
That's insane.
Well, sir, I'm just following the law of the land.
Well, there's a first for everything.
Well, excuse me.
Nothing. Here's a thought. If corporations are people, if people, actual breathing, eating, kissing, and fucking people incorporate themselves...
No, that's not what I meant.
No, sir, this is genius. How about this? Instead of immigrants applying for citizenship,
they incorporate themselves.
Now, wait a darn minute here.
Yes, David S. Dawson Inc. has a very nice ring to it.
W Cubed Incorporated. I like that.
What's that? I picked up the wrong line. Tucker Carlson wants to talk to me.
Senator?
Yeah, he's gone, Whitney. I think we're going to have to get used to being disconnected.
I thought isolation felt bad.
Hello there, citizens.
citizens, I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the floaty that will not flush no matter how many times you try in the toilet bowl of crime. I am Darkwing Duck, telling you please, talk hard and enjoy the mindgasm. Whatever the heck that means. After all, you are watching IntelleXual Podcast with your ears.